Hi everyone, it's Paul here from the Digital Marketing Institute. So this is another university in the continuing line of our accreditation and university interviews related to our licensed product. Today we're going to be speaking to Amy Olind from Oakland University. Very welcome, Amy. So I'm going to ask a few questions to Amy about her career, her own career, background, and her own observations around digital, and a bit about why she chose to bring the Digital Marketing Institute certification into Oakland University. So, maybe to get things started, Amy, would you like to tell us a bit about yourself and your own professional profile?
Sure, that's fine. I actually started out as a teacher a number of years ago, so I've always been involved in education in some capacity. But that I joined the teaching profession during the recession back in 2008, so it was very, very difficult. And I decided to go back and get another master's degree as a result in public administration. And I went through Oakland University, and they hired me. So I am now, I've been in my position as the assistant director for professional and continuing education for 5-ish years now. I've been full-time for about 2 of those. So
Okay,
we do, yeah, non-credit, mostly certificates, certifications, short courses, programs of that nature for the community.
very good. And what would be to date? What are the most popular sort of professional short courses in Oakland's portfolio?
Well, and it kind of varies.
Hmm.
Things kind of ebb and flow. But right now, gosh, project management's a big one. That one's always been kind of one of our stable
Yeah.
programs, our go-tos. And paralegal, we have a
Okay.
paralegal certificate that's approved by the American Bar Association, and that one has just taken off, especially in the past year, because it's an easy field to transition into.
Yeah.
So.
Very good. And maybe just to set the context, tell us a bit about your own experience or observations about digital marketing and its role in education and products, etc.
Well, gosh, it's part of something that I have to do within my role is support the different schools and colleges who come to us with their programs, that we offer. I have to support them in marketing. So I am intimately aware of how quickly all of it changes, right? Like the different social medias in particular, the different platforms, they're
Yeah.
constantly evolving. I can't even keep up. So I understand how important it is for people to continue to upskill their digital marketing, their digital marketing
Yeah.
knowledge. So that's initially what drew me to this program was my interest,
Yeah.
in improving my own skills. And then I saw that there was a need more broadly for this. So.
Very good. And maybe tell us just initially, how did you first become aware of the Digital Marketing Institute? What was your introduction to our product and accreditation model?
Gosh, I want to say you guys reached out to us. Maybe it's been a couple of years now, maybe back in 2017.
Yeah.
Um, and I was like, oh, what is this? And we're always looking for new offerings. And kind of the first step is, well, let me do some market research, see if there's a skill demand for digital marketing, in our region, and how many other people are doing this around us. So, I worked on that for a number of years. It takes a while for things to get traction in a university, so, with the way that our system is set up. But yeah, the biggest thing that caused us to pull the trigger on the
Mm,
partnership was when we saw that they partnered with the American Marketing Association.
mm.
When you guys did that, it was like, okay, this is going to be a really recognized thing in the US,
Yes.
and, not just globally. So that was a huge selling point for us, like this big, well-known brand in marketing.
Mm.
We thought that'd be a huge value add, to
Yeah.
the certification.
Very good. And when you did your research into digital skills, like broadly speaking, what areas within the US do you guys mainly provide sort of courses in? Like what locations?
So this was the thing. One of the first things I did when I was doing this market
Mm,
research was look, what do we got here at Oakland
mm,
related to any of the aspects of digital marketing? And there was really nothing.
mm. Okay.
We had maybe one theory course on like social media or something, but it wasn't, there were really none of the skills
Yeah.
based courses, right? So and that seems to be the case at a lot of different places. Like there's other universities that might offer a course here and there, but not as broad as what you get, from this certification.
Mm.
So right now, I don't even know. I mean, for me in particular, American Marketing Association, they offer trainings and webinars and like a membership. So that's kind of where we've gone for our professional development related to that. And I also belong to, professional groups,
Yeah.
in addition to the AMA, that have there's like subsets of them that are related to marketing and enrollment in higher education. So
Okay.
like beyond that, I mean, that's kind of where we've been going,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
To
Yeah.
get our skills.
Yeah. No, I get you. And when it comes to sort of just professional training in general, like, is it your perception that whether it's project management or digital marketing, do employers and prospective professionals who might take these programs, is certification important to them, like that, or are some just looking for training and education? Is the piece of paper important?
Um, yes. I think having kind of the seal of approval from the university, and then again, in DMI's case, now the AMA, I think they recognize the value. Like we have to, and with our paralegal program, it's the Bar Association,
Yeah.
right? The ABA is the recognized credential that
Mm.
employers are like, okay, yeah, we can tell based on this piece of paper, that they've gained the skills that we want.
Yeah.
So I think it is important generally to our students and the employers that we work with.
Yeah. Maybe tell us a bit about the employers that you work with. Like, how do those relationships build? With employers of all different sizes, I'd say.
Oh yeah. So we do a ton of custom programming. That's actually
Right.
been taking off in the past year. Being in the Metro Detroit area, a lot of it centers around automotive,
Yeah.
right? So Stellantis is one of our big ones. We have an automotive lighting group that's a consortium of a bunch of different companies. And basically we have other areas on campus. Corporate and foundation relations is a unit on
Yes.
campus. And we work with them. They go out into the field and kind of find out what kind of programs people are looking for, like what skills can we help you with, like
Yeah.
what knowledge gaps do you have? And it kind of takes off from there. So that is a huge area of growth for us, is
Okay.
custom programming.
Very custom program. Okay. Very good. And is there um uh, around, you mentioned AMA as being, that was the, AMA sort of, the dual certification gave the DMI proposition, it made it a lot more attractive for you. Is there any other sort of features about the DMI course certification that are also useful in terms of USPs, or?
Well, so the biggest thing too, in addition to the AMA, was we love that it's updated
Okay.
constantly.
Mm.
We have other programs that we work with, other vendors who provide curriculum for certificates, and it's like crickets, right? Like we get the initial files to upload or whatever, and the
Mm.
slides, and then it's, unless we ask them, hey, have there been any updates to this? Should we be asking the students to purchase a new book? Or
Yeah.
we don't hear anything.
Okay.
So this was huge for me. Like
Yeah.
you guys have a well-recognized industry-based council that reviews the curriculum, Google, Facebook, all these big names in digital.
Yeah.
And that was just a huge value add for us.
Yeah.
Like, wow, we're not going to have to constantly be going after you to update your stuff. You're doing it already.
Yeah, yeah, very good. And I know it's early days, but maybe tell us a bit about your, like, the activation and, signing. How easy or difficult did you find the process?
This has been, like I said, I've worked with a few other, vendors, companies, third parties to do certifications and certificates. This has been the best
Okay, very
not
good.
even close. Just,
Yeah.
the follow-up has been very quick, and just the assistance that you guys give in marketing, sales, the whole onboarding, just having a Google sheet that kind of outlines, here's all the steps you're responsible for, we can check them off. I've never had anything this organized,
Okay, very
and
good.
this thorough.
Yeah.
So the resources, I mean, it's been fantastic.
So far, so
Yes,
good. Yeah, yeah.
yes.
And like, maybe tell us a bit about, like, where you're at in the process now. Like, it's good to let us know. You guys are looking to launch soon, or?
Mhm.
Mm.
Yeah, so we're putting together our press release right now. We have our registration page built, and initially we are going to launch in the online on-demand format, the
Mhm.
self-guided course. We thought it would be kind of an easy, kind of
Yeah.
soft launch for
Yes.
the program. And then eventually, maybe in upcoming fall or winter, we're going to have a facilitated online where they're going to have some synchronous meetings with some of our instructors. But yeah, right now we're working on getting the files uploaded, the curriculum uploaded into our learning management system. We use
Yeah.
Moodle.
Yeah.
And yeah, but we're right there.
You're right
We're
there.
about ready to go.
Yeah, good stuff. And have any of the instructors yet had a look? Have they had a chance to look at content yet, or is that something in the future?
Yes, so they did a basic review of it. We are going through the train the trainer. I already did the 1 hour module, the train the trainer. They've done that as well. I'm going to be going through, because we have the 5 licenses for us to go through. I'm going to be doing that. Our instructors are going to be doing that. And we have an individual who's in charge of marketing for our online programs. So like
Yes.
credit-based programs.
Yes.
She's going to be going through it. So,
Excellent.
but we did a cursory review. I gave them all the overviews of the curriculum. We had a demo, and they really liked what they saw. And again, this was a big selling point. I'm like, hey, you know what? I took a faculty member who's in our public relations and communications department and somebody who works at a popular marketing and PR firm in the area. They're going to be our instructors. And I said, look at this and tell me if you see any holes. Does this look like this is going to be an appropriate curriculum for us to use? And they both were like, oh my gosh, this is fantastic.
That's good to
So
hear. That's good to
getting
hear.
it from both sides, the
Yeah,
academic
that's
and
nice.
the industry.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
was another selling point for
That's good.
us.
I know it's early days. Has the membership option or the membership content, has that been useful yet, or do you see how membership can be utilized? Yeah.
Yeah, I do. I know I get the emails, about the different webinars and the resources that they have. And I think that is hugely useful. Like I mentioned, I had been using that
Mm,
just through like the AMA. But I love that. I
mm,
love having all those different options for not just like, okay, here you can take this course and bye-bye, but
yeah.
here's a way for us to continue giving you extra knowledge, in different areas that you might need help with, and connecting with people, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Asking them, other people who've gone through it, asking them questions about their experiences and maybe their pain points moving forward. And I love that.
Excellent. Normally at this stage, as we come to the sort of end of the interview, we often ask university partners, have they had any feedback yet? Now, obviously, you guys are in launch phase, but I
Yeah.
suppose maybe looking ahead, um, what do you think the feedback will be like this year from maybe prospective students or even employers in the territory? What's your feel for it?
Well, my biggest thing is I want to see what modality do the students want? Do they
Hmm.
want this online on demand where we're more hands off? Or am I going to start getting emails about, hey, when are you going to offer it in person? Because it kind of depends on the program.
Yes.
Our students sometimes are like, no, we want to be in a classroom, or we want to have that interaction with an instructor. And others are like, nah, I'm fine doing this on my own time, on my own schedule. So I think that's the biggest thing I'm going to be watching out for, is trying to figure out with the target audience we draw in, or what students we end up getting into the program, what their preference is moving
Yeah.
forward with how we should offer this.
Excellent. And maybe just in your state at the moment, what's your feel for like the job opportunities related to maybe marketing in general or digital marketing roles?
Yep. So we looked that up. We have a software called Burning Glass that does that for us. Like we can look at the employers who have listed specifically digital marketing as a skill in a job posting. Like it'll comb through job postings in the area to see, and it's expected to grow. The demand for jobs is expected to grow. We have a number of employers we're reaching out to directly that we've noticed are asking for these, so we can maybe offer programs just for them, like,
Okay.
hey, we'll put a group of yours. Like I mentioned, we're big on custom programs.
Yes.
So, and it's an easy, reliable way to build up a pipeline, right, of students to get
Yes.
them
Yeah.
coming in consistently. So yeah, we've already identified area employers and are going to start working on that, forming relationships with them to get students. So
Good stuff. Well, look, hopefully, we might do another interview in a year's time, and we'll be able to look at like,
before,
yeah, yeah, all the
uh,
success. So look, thanks for your time today. I really appreciate it, and we wish you the best of luck. And sure, we'll be involved in more training, I'm sure, over the coming weeks and months.
all right, sounds good. Thank you.